The Amazon Influencer Program is not a properly scalable side hustle. So before we jump into this video, I want to talk to you about what this channel is, who I am, and why I have this mask on. So first and foremost, I am a guy who is extremely passionate about and loves side hustles. I've been obsessed with the idea of a side hustle my entire life. I have tried just about everyone out there. And my goal with this channel is not to teach you sort of here's what you should be doing from a guru perspective. My goal is on the opposite side of the spectrum. What I want to teach you about is there are a ton of snake oil salesmen and grifters and stuff out there that are selling courses and one-on-one coaching and master classes. And there's a ton of people out there that are trying to get your clicks, trying to get your eyeballs, trying to get your money, and they really don't have your best interest at heart. And so what I want to teach you about with this channel is the lessons that I have learned and the things that you should be careful of and stay away from. So I'm going to be much more, hey, here's the harsh reality of this situation, or here's the real downside of this side hustle, and teach you those lessons so that you can not have to learn the same lessons that I already have. You can jump straight ahead and get right into, as you go through your side hustle journey, skip to the good stuff, so to speak. And the other thing I'll say is when I do have something that I absolutely recommend, I'm not going to teach you about it. I'm going to point you in the direction of the person that I learned it from and say, hey, I had great success with this one specific thing. I learned from this person. Go check out their channel here. I'm not here to steal any thunder, but what I do want to do is call out people who are not telling the truth. I want to be able to say, hey, this thing that's presented as like a big gold rush is absolute bullcrap, and go from there. And so that's where the mask comes in. I want to be able to be, ruthlessly honest about things and share details that a lot of other people won't or don't want to. And the other part of that is, I'm in a very fortunate position to have a really good day job. I have a day job that I enjoy and that pays really well. And I don't want there to ever be any, conflict of interest with this channel and what I do in my day job. There may come a time where I want to share personal details about income and things like that as it relates to my side hustle activities. And so it's just easier if I can keep that stuff separate. But for the most part, this just allows me to be brutally honest and kind of, call out stuff that I see it. So let's jump right in. Today is about the Amazon Influencer Program. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to go into it, but it is basically an online affiliate program. The 10-second explanation of this is you can film review videos, you put them on Amazon. If someone watches that video, and then buys it, you get a commission from the product. It's a fantastic program. However, I'll tell you what it is not right now. It is not infinitely scalable. And what that means is you are not going to be able to do the Amazon Influencer Program and scale that to a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year type of job income. Now, there are people who have done that in the past, but it has changed radically. That program has changed radically in the last year or so. And the new reality of it is still a good program. They're not shutting it down or anything like that. But your earnings are going to come up against just some natural limitations. And I'll explain exactly what that is right now. So the way that this system works, when you first get in, you post a couple videos, you make some sales, and everyone has the same thoughts. They're sitting there thinking, this is amazing. I made $10 off of 5 videos. And so if I have 100 videos, that's times 20, I should make $200. And what if I have 1,000 videos? What am I going to make? And so everyone goes down the same path and they rush to get all these videos out. And typically your first couple months in the program, you will see your income climb. The problem is Amazon, there's really two things going on. One, Amazon is constantly changing things around. And so there are months where they decide, hey, we're going to tweak this top carousel and we're going to take it from 6 videos here to 20 videos. And then the next month, it's like they disappear entirely. And so you have very little control over, actually you have no control over what Amazon does, but something that works for you now, you may go from having a video that sells, 20 times a month and it just drops to 0 overnight because Amazon changed something, and there's nothing that you can do about that. So the only thing that you know is that Amazon is going to continually make changes, and those changes lead to it being difficult for something to work for a long period of time. Now, there's always going to be, examples and exceptions and things like that, but for the most part, it is difficult because of the ongoing changes to have, these sort of viral or home run type products that just stay on the carousel. They stay profitable for a long period of time. The other thing that happens is there is a constant inflow of new people and new influencers in the program. And obviously the challenge with that is there's only so many clicks on Amazon. There's only so many purchases a day. And so if there used to be 1,000 people fighting over that, and now there's 50,000, there simply is just less to go around, right? You're dividing the same pie by 50 times larger influencer amount than it was previously. And so there's less to go on. So what happens with this is your videos, and I'm gonna just do kind of a little sketch here. Your videos basically end up having like a shelf life. So let's imagine, you've got like a little conveyor belt here. I'm a terrible drawer, so don't worry about it. So this is a conveyor belt, and this represents when you do a video on Amazon and it's on the upper carousel of the product page, which is where you want to be. That's where people watch it. That's where people click it. That's where you're going to actually get conversions and sales. So let's say you do really good and you put up, 10 videos one day. You do really good. You put up 10 videos the next day. You keep going and so forth and so forth. For a while there, you can keep just sort of adding boxes to this carousel or to this conveyor belt, and none of them are going to drop off. You're going to keep adding and adding and adding. And that's kind of how your first several weeks or months or whatever it may be in the program go. But eventually what happens is you're going to hit what I would like to refer to as kind of the point of equilibrium. And at that point, your older videos, because this is in motion, your older videos are going to start to fall off, right? And so this video that used to be there is no longer there. This video that used to be there is no longer there. And so now, as this all goes this way, you've got to start adding more videos back here just to even maintain the same amount of videos on the thing. So let's talk about it in terms of numbers. Let's say you've got an even 100 videos on the program. You add 10 new videos a week. At some point, because of the ongoing Amazon changes and because of the, how many new people are coming into the program, your videos, your older ones, are going to start getting kicked off because they're going to be replaced with newer videos. They're going to be replaced with a different algorithm or whatever it may be. And so let's say you're up to 100 videos, and in week 11 of adding 10 videos a week, you add 10 more. Well, you're not going to have 110 videos. What's going to happen is, videos 1 through 10 are going to fall off, and they're going to be there. And so you add 10 more videos just to stay at 100. And so what happens is, after a while, if you stop adding videos, you're slowly just going down in terms of the number of relevant videos that you have on the carousel. And there's a million examples online of people that, a couple years ago, like you can go find YouTubers right now that talk about the influencer program. There's people that were making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 a month, 12 to 18 months ago. Some of those people kind of got tired of the program, got saturated. They stopped uploading videos, and some of them are making 1/10 of that now. And that's because this number tends to go down over time. And so what happens is you can only realistically get your hands on so many products. You can only upload and have time to edit and put on so many products. And so at some point you are going to hit that equilibrium point to where your early videos are falling off faster than you can put new videos on. And so your option at that point is you can either continue to churn out new videos, 10, 20, whatever it is, every single week, just to hopefully maintain the status quo. Or more likely what happens is people get frustrated with it. They realize that they can't really grow their earnings any further, and it starts to go off. And so then your earnings graph ends up kind of looking something like this. And then you stop uploading videos, or you keep maintaining the same videos, and then you sort of stop over time, and now here goes your earnings. And even though you had, let's say here you only had 100 videos, over here you've got 400 videos, but only 80 of them are in carousels anymore. And so it just continues to get worse, and it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling thing at that point. And that's what a ton of people are experiencing right now. And so I tell you this not to say that the Amazon influencer program is not a good program. It is a fantastic program. It is one of the easiest side hustles I've ever come across in terms of, if you can qualify and if you can get in, you can upload a video and literally earn a commission the very next day. There's no other side hustle that I have ever come across that is so easy to make your first dollar. The downside of it is the upside is absolutely capped now. Realistically speaking, you're only going to be able to make so much money before you hit that equilibrium point, and you can no longer keep adding to your amount of videos that are on the carousel. Your new ones just come on at the same rate that your old ones fall off. So what do we do about that? Does that mean that you shouldn't, get into the Amazon influencer program, or if you're already in it, should you stop doing it? That is not what I'm telling you. What I am telling you is just whether you're new to the program or you're already in it, be realistic. Don't go and quit your day job or anything like that. Be realistic and understand that even if your first couple months are doubling month over month, or they're wrapping up, in a linear motion, at some point you're going to hit that equilibrium point. You're not going to be able to do it anymore. There are a lot of reports of people, that, and I think what it is they're just running into that equilibrium point. But there's a lot of folks out there that say, once I hit a certain point, whether it was 1,000 videos or whatever, it really seemed like Amazon kind of started deprioritizing me. So I had my friend open up an account, and they had more success with a few videos than I did with 1,000. Amazon's never going to give the details of the algorithm out. They're never going to tell people that. Maybe they give some preferential treatment to new people just to get them to stick around. But beyond that, I don't think it's that Amazon's out to get you, or that they're, shadow banning or any weird stuff like that. I think it's just the realities of, at some point, your old videos fall off faster than you can put your new ones on. And wherever you are at that point, that kind of is your maximum. So, in terms of what you can do about that, I say all this to say the influencer program is great. And if you're going to do it, you're thinking about starting it, I'm not telling you not to. But what I am telling you is have your expectations realistic. You're not going to make $10,000 a month doing that. You're not going to probably make $5,000 a month. You may struggle to ever even make $1,000 a month doing it, just because of how many people are in the program now. But if you want to do it, it can be part of a comprehensive online strategy, and just one of many different income streams that you do. And so one of the things that you're seeing more and more of now is people are starting YouTube channels, or they're starting affiliate newsletters and websites and other things, so that they can do the influencer program, they can upload the videos, but they can then repurpose that same content, grow audiences, and get eyeballs off of Amazon, and eventually generate some additional income streams through things like YouTube AdSense or paid newsletters or whatever it may be. And so I say all that to say the Amazon influencer program is great, but do not buy into or believe anybody who tells you you're going to be able to scale it, quit your job, make $100,000 a year. Those days may have been reality, 18 months ago. That is no longer the case. That is no longer realistic. You don't need to go buy a course. There is a ton of free content about Amazon influencer program online. There's a ton of free content on YouTube about it. None of those courses are giving you any sort of secret sauce or anything else that's not available completely for free. So you don't need to spend money. You don't need a bunch of fancy equipment or anything like that. If you want to get in, watch a couple videos. They'll tell you exactly what to do. You get in, you do it. But again, I am just telling you, make sure that you manage expectations, and just understand that, it is not completely scalable. And if you made $10 off your first 10 videos, that does not mean you're going to make 1,000 off your next 1,000 videos. So I hope this is helpful. If this type of content is helpful for you, if you want to hear more about, things to watch out for, people that I think are snake oil salesmen, scams and grifters and things like that. If you want to know more about what side hustles you should not be doing, or what you should not be doing in your journey to create some additional revenue streams, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, tell me what you would like me to take a look at. I'll read all the comments, and I will make sure to respond immediately, and I'll give you my honest thoughts on everything. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.